guys, how's everybody doing this morning? We got new moderators in here. Thanks, Crime Time. Oh yeah, it's easy. If people just, if they won't, if they keep wanting to interrupt the show, then they got to go. Hey, Amy, welcome. We love when new people come in. Hey, Maddie. Hey, RC. Feel like I just talked to you. Hey, Aggie. Hey, Kat. I thought you were going to class this morning. Hey, Rob. Hey, Mama Kay. See, you asked a question. Hang on. You said, before it gets busy, I want to ask a question. Anyone think that the boys could have had anything to do with it? The only reason I don't think so is because they would have easily told the police that the boys had something to do with it. That's just my opinion. They know they're minors and they don't have a history of really caring about their kids. So that's just what I think. So we'll let everybody kind of get in here. It'll take a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and bring Kevin up. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Well, we are glad you're here. What a better way to start the morning, guys, but with our friend Kevin. Nothing wakes us up like Kevin. Nothing wakes us up like Kevin. I'm telling you. You're better than Folgers and Maxwell House put together.
Well, thank you for the compliment. Am I still there?
You're still here. Oh, I agree. Sure. Whoever said that. Yeah, Crime Time. The kids would have told by now, especially since they've been separated from their parents for so long. Someone in chat asked a question, Kevin, if anyone thought that the boys had something to do with it and the parents were covering.
In my opinion, no. I don't.
They would have thrown the kids under the bus.
Yeah, but I'm sure them boys know enough. I honestly think in my opinion, I think the boys have talked. If I had to place a bet on that, I would bet that they've revealed quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah, especially being separated from them.
Yeah, and and the child psychologists and stuff, they know how, with really young kids, they use stuffed animals and all that. They'll get to the truth. Mm-hmm. The boys aren't going to be interrogated. It'll be done very professionally, I believe.
Oh yeah, they're the professionals. They know how to talk to kids, and kids are the easiest.
Exactly.
Kids are, when I say they're the easiest, to me, it'd be really tough to have an adult conversation like that with a child. Vegan says, I think the boys have a type of Stockholm syndrome. Oh, I think they do too.
You know what's sad? I was thinking about this last night. The statistics show that, learned behavior, more than likely at least one of them boys is going to be a drug addict or an alcoholic, or even, the worst. It's just learned behavior. And it really concerns me that their oldest, it's been said that their oldest was caught drinking and Don punched him in the face.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. That's very, very dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm. No, it's all bad.
Because I grew up in a dysfunctional family. My dad was a drinker. He was a functioning alcoholic. But he, mentally, I was mentally abused. What did I do? I ended up growing up drinking and doing drugs, just like my dad. And I swore I'd never wanted to even be like him.
Yeah, kids, that's their parents' bad habits. They really do. Yep. All right, so we got people kind of situated now. We got quite a few people in here. So I was just going to start with, it absolutely amazes me that for years, the things that they have gotten away with, and now look where we're
Don's good.
Look at
Don
this.
has gotten. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, hon, you're fine. I thought I had cut out for a minute. We have several people accusing Don of SA now. And by the way, if that's a trigger for you, you can watch this later. No harm. We totally understand. We don't want anybody upset. So just a warning, it's going to be brought up. Now, Don was warned by the shares that Chris was going to go live talking about the 40 minutes. But Chris had actually pulled a trick because he actually had, I'm just going to say, a relative of Don's on there who gave a heartbreaking testimony over to what she has been repressing for almost 40 years. You heard it too, didn't you, Kevin?
I watched the whole thing.
How many times did you have to pause it and walk away?
I paused it for sure a few times. There was even one point where, I got the biggest lump in my throat and tears because that woman was literally tortured. If you think about it, that's torture.
She's in her own house living in fear. Little girl, 5 years old. But as we know, Don has said that she initiated the whole thing. Initiated the whole thing. How in the hell did a 5-year-old initiate this? We know that's BS. Come on.
Yeah, somebody with the mentality of, Elsa, want to be Elsa in Paw Patrol and really think they are, when they're playing, has the mentality to solicit a sexual behavior. That is absolutely ludicrous. Don was 12 years old.
Right.
Give me a break, Don. A 5-year-old.
A 5-year-old.
Yeah. And at 12 years old, yes, you are immature. Hell, I know 80-year-olds that are immature. But that's not what we're talking about here. Don knew at 12 years old, that's not right. I
know. And the thing is I know we had someone in here in chat the other day that kept saying that Don admitted that he had been abused as well and everything like that. I read a couple of articles and I read that a lot of children that are sexually abused are so traumatized by it that they don't repeat it. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not.
You mean as far like telling people?
Meaning like when it happens to them, if anything, they're more protective over kids. They don't want it to happen to them.
Right. I can't imagine.
It's also possible that DW and CB would protect the boys from any legal liability. If it was any other parents jump rope, I would think so. But like we discussed on the show the other day, Candace had 2 children taken from her, given to the state of Wisconsin. She didn't try to get them back. And when her youngest daughter is Summer, when I guess her second youngest daughter, who's been in state care, abused, called her, it wasn't a warm welcome. It wasn't a warm welcome at all. So I just wonder if more people are going to come out.
Well, I guess evidently it's proven there's 5. We don't know who the other 4 are yet, but we know the one. Yep. And I've said it. I said this. You can go back and watch your lives. I said this on the very first time I ever called in there. Oh, Donnie boy is hiding some secrets. And that's before we knew. I knew damn good and well that man left a trail of victims.
You
He
said it
ain't
on one of the
fooling
first
me.
shows.
I did. You can go back. That's my exact words. Old Donnie boy has a lot of secrets. And that was, well, how long ago? 2 months almost? I knew damn good and well back then he was a predator. And I know, and in my opinion, he did the same thing to his daughter. But,
Yeah,
that's not fact.
most people guess at that. Most people think that was what was going on. And
Yep.
the thing is, he's been very quiet. He's been quiet since this was said on Chris's show. Chris talked to Web Sleuths. That's when the other accusations were brought out. Great show, by the way. You guys have got to check out the show with Chris and Web Sleuths.
Yeah, it was good.
Dawn hasn't said anything. Nothing on Facebook. Nothing with the shares. Nothing. Nothing at all. Hang on, what Jane said. Maybe we should call him Teflon Dawn.
Dungeon Dawn.
Dungeon Dawn. Okay, so I'm going to play something really quick. And because I'm kind of wondering if he's ever going to go back on the shares again, because
so now we're able to still connect with our.
Oh.
Sorry to adjust my volume. I'm wondering if he's going to go back on the shares at all, because this woman, Twisted True Cindy, has released audio of his new friends talking about him.
I
And
love this clip.
Brutal. And I mean, I want to meet this lady. We could be best friends. All right, so hang on just a second. Oh, Francine's here. Hey, Francine.
Twisted Cindy's awesome.
Yep. Hang on.
Don't fucking lie to me. You ain't no better than me, so fuck you. And I will do everything I can to slander your name.
That is fucking ridiculous, you guys. I am so angry that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Old
I'm
boy
gonna go
Madonna,
get it.
you need to delete that video.
Stand down right
Right
away,
now.
or I'm going to help them sue the shit out of you.
That's doxing.
He's being labeled this monster with no evidence whatsoever. And he has these ex-cops who he trusted and let it in, and they lied to him. Shady AF. And that's what we wanted. I think that is a huge deal that he's been able to do by speaking out. He's at least put doubt in people's mind, and that's what we want when we have other people saying, nope, it's him, it's him, it's him, it's him. It's guilty, guilty, guilty. That's not cool. Did you come across his name in Utah, Chris? Like, you have a real hard-on for Mr. Wells.
I don't really want to be on camera unless I'm with y'all.
Don's going to prison. Don, they're going to prison. I feel sick that I even texted that man. But I'm going to keep texting him. He's going to prison. And the day he gets arrested, I'm going to send one last text message. That's what I'll do, in the emoji style. Yeah, and I've been talking to Robin, and I'm going to tell you tonight, I don't think we're going to see the church backing them anymore, just so y'all know.
Mhm.
And I do not agree with their religion, but I've been talking to Robin about the religion so I can learn more about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe it's just the dad or mom too? Right now, everyone was blaming Candace. Oh, she had an accident. And I think that a little bit, but I'm more leaning towards it's Dawn, and he knows it looks like it's Candace. But we heard Dawn say the boys are with me at work. But Candace says the boys helped her carry in groceries. So it doesn't make sense he was at work an hour away. I don't think Dawn went to work that day. Yeah, and the other red flag is he's bitching at law enforcement. I believe Barry Morphew did the same thing, and look who's in prison now.
Did y'all get that? Kevin?
Yeah. What a bomb.
So
When I saw that.
That's the shares. Now, according to Mrs. Cher, on her show, she has been messaging Donald for quite some time. Now, this audio is before he started coming on the show. But if she'd been messaging him all this time saying she was on his side, then why was this said at all? Because, I mean, this is pretty damning. I mean, this is them saying they don't believe him. They're laughing. I'm going to send him one less text when he goes to prison, but then he comes on the show and they act like they've always been on his side. Yeah, what's her name again?
This is a bomb.
Yeah.
Who? This is like, that's a bomb. That's like Hiroshima in the crime world.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that totally shows that they're using Don for money.
Yeah, Kat said it right here. She said, this was on Twisted True Cindy. It's a clip of what the tweakers thought before they realized the financial benefit of shielding SA like Don. Yeah.
100. Was that Kat O?
Yeah, Kat said that.
Yeah.
Maddie, thank you. Maddie, you didn't have to do that. I am blown away by this. How can you go on there straight-faced every night, chugging Pepsi, talking about buying birth rings, getting attorneys and everything, when this is what you've been saying?
They need money for their wedding. Who in the hell are they kidding?
Well, they got to go fund me.
In my opinion, I don't think either one of them even have a job. Prairie Dog, his channel, his social experiment, as he calls it, he asked for money, like I've said it, to pay for his new truck and his credit card bill. These people are a scam. They're a joke. But they are humorous.
Oh, it's a reality show. And hey, I'm all for it. Keep talking, Don. Keep going on their show. Now, hang on. Jacqueline said, share after, then apologize to Don Wells, and then gave him a show. Okay.
Yeah, of course she did. What else are you going to do?
How are you going to explain this? Too many people are going to start hearing this.
Yep. How is she? Of course she has to suck up to Don and tell him, I can just see her with her, Don.
It's one thing to change your opinion as a case goes on. We're not in the TBI. We don't have the file. It's not like we're privy to any of that. So if we, throughout the case, we're like, yeah, no, I'm leaning this way. Well, that's fine. But before you have the person on the show, you might want to be upfront and say, hey, not too long ago, I kind of thought it'd be funny if you went to prison.
And really, okay, let's look at this. Look at Cher's opinion, saying that about Don. More evidence has come out about Don proving what he really is. So she's going to change her mind? No. The normal person would say, God, there's more evidence. I better not talk to this guy. He's, they're just using Don for money.
And they even go as far as to double down and say, even if he's guilty, we're still going to support him. Okay, so you already are okay with the SA. Now, if he is somehow responsible for Summer being missing, possibly not alive, you're gonna still be on his side? You're gonna be okay with that?
Benny
Because we
will.
know how you really think. We know how you really think. We've heard it. And whoever this lady is, can we send her a reward? Because this is awesome.
Yeah, it is wow. I thought it was great. Her channel is awesome.
I mean, big fan here, guys. And I know people think it's weird that we talk, we give kudos and we talk about other channels. Look, the internet's a big, big place.
I'm not
Nothing
slaying.
Nothing wrong with giving props to other creators at all.
I'm not slandering anybody. I'm just giving my opinion, and I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah.
This
You
is
serve
the
the
United
country,
States
Stephen.
of America. You know,
All right. So what do you
people.
Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, people. You know, we can say what the hell we want to say. People. There's people that have died for their freedom of speech. You know, I'll be damned if they're gonna. The shares and Benny are gonna tell me to shut up. Bring it on. They're scumbags anyway.
Well, besides that, what do you think about Don complaining that the TBI won't share info with him? And he said there's crazy internet stories. He's the crazy internet story. He's the crazy internet story. He's the one on YouTube. He's the one talking about Mexico, Revelations and the resurrection. He's the crazy internet story. Hey, Jeannie.
Yeah, it's a circus, and Don is that that clown that comes out of the car. That's what this is. This is and all it is they're avoiding finding Summer. You know, that's what this is all about. Let's find where Summer is. You know, fess up, people. You know, this shit show's gone on long enough.
Well, and he acts like it's news to him that he could have a copy of the police report. Then why don't you have it? Because, his new friend said she called and they said, no, they can only give it to the parents.
Well, what does this tell you?
That might help us. Help you with what, Don?
This is out of Don's own mouth. I talked to law enforcement. This is basically what was said. I talked to law enforcement, and they said to go back and fill the holes in your story. They use that word, holes. What does that tell you?
Good point. Hang on. While you say that, I'm going to play a clip, okay?
Yep.
I'm not sure. When I left, everybody was asleep, but I had to go over that timeline with Candace several times. The TBI wanted me to just sit with her and just keep going over it until we could figure out every minute of it. And we give that to them, and they seemed perfectly satisfied with it, that it made sense, because she had actually left out some things, like doing a load of laundry. Well, doing a load of laundry, and maybe getting a bite to eat and folding clothes and whatever else. That probably took up to an hour, So, and just things like that. That when she originally put that out there, it sounded like she just threw a load in the washer, but it was a lot more than that. It ended up taking like an hour, but so we was able to figure out the timeline down pretty well, and I think they seemed satisfied with that. I'm not sure. When I left, everybody was asleep. Doing a little longer, and maybe get.
Did you get that, Kevin?
Yeah, I got it.
Well,
oh my God.
He's basically admitting that they're not buying the holes in the story. But he goes on
That's
to
exactly.
reassure everyone that TBI seemed to be satisfied that she was doing laundry.
Why is it when Don and Candace are asked the direct question, Why do they have to throw in all this other stupid shit? Well, yeah, but it's Don gaslighting in that interview right there, or that video clip. He's gaslighting. He's trying to make it's just unbelievable. It's ridiculous. Law enforcement ain't buying a damn thing he's saying.
But you clearly hear him say, by the way, hi, Molly. Welcome. Welcome from Ireland. Say welcome.
Oh, wow. Hey, thanks for viewing from such far away.
Insta just said they're rehearsing the timeline. Well, they can't keep their story straight, period. And yes, Francine, I put your comment up. I do agree. He's clearly sitting there saying that he had to go over the timeline with her over and over and over and over again. And she forgot things like she was doing laundry or, but then he said the TBI was satisfied with it. Oh, they damn sure were.
Looks to me like the inside of the house, they never do laundry.
Not with your story, buddy, but they were quite satisfied. Yep, go ahead, bud.
In my opinion, they turn their clothes inside out when they're dirty. Yeah. If the truth is the truth, you don't have to try to sit down and figure everything out, what you're going to say. There should be one story. But we have 100 of them.
But the
it's
fact
ridiculous.
That he keep going over it with her, and then, God only knows how many different things the TBI and poor Sheriff Ronnie Lawson have been told. God only knows what all they've been fed. We know what we've heard, but who knows what they've been told? And so for him to even admit that they had to continually go over this story, it's like you're basically admitting that you're right in your own timeline. She knew what she was doing for that hour. She knew it. She knew when they got home from the swimming hole what happened.
Can you imagine being the guy at TBI or FBI or law that has to sift through all of Don's stuff? He probably has to take a sedative.
They're probably shaking their head going, you know what? This is too easy. You got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me. Got to get it done right, but this is nuts.
I don't know how much more obvious it needs to be what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm delusional, but it's so obvious that law enforcement do not believe it was an abduction.
Well, no, we'll talk about that in a minute. So Kentucky Hun just said she's even telling what she thinks. She thinks they're dumb people, that a police report could cost up to $2,000. Yeah, I saw that too. $2,000 for a police report?
You mean for a wedding?
Yeah.
I wouldn't send them people right now. I wouldn't send them a penny.
So Don goes on to say that he's been in the evenings, talking to the neighbors, basically doing his own legwork, I guess. And that he said, nobody around there could be responsible, or anyone in the community, because he said that's like signing a death warrant around there. So he's got it summed up. Now, this is the last thing. Something else could have been said since then. Who knows? That Candace was really proud of Summer, and she posted her all over Facebook and TikTok. And it was basically just someone that saw her picture and I guess wanted her. Well, let's talk about that again. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but let's go through the abduction. You've got to know where they live, first off, how to get up that driveway or dog trail, whatever you want to call it, whatever route you're taking. Candace said doors were locked. Can't get in, can't get out. You'd have to know that they were home. Can't see cars from the road, I don't think. You'd have to know where Summer is on the property. Is she outside playing? Is she on the swing? Is she in the basement? Get her and get out. So this abduction thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, and Don's doing his own investigation. His new MO is Don Detective Don Tracy.
Get him a badge.
That's about because he acts like a cartoon.
Get him a badge.
Wow, unbelievable. Like anyone, like law enforcement is going to believe his investigation theories and skills.
I wouldn't think so.
You know, not me either.
He goes into the scent again, and he said it ends at the driveway. Then he says something about a little bit up the road. I couldn't quite put together what he was trying to say, but he's sure she was put in a car. So who saw a car on the property?
Oh, remember, he said thrown. He said that a few times. She was thrown in a car. That's what he thinks.
Thrown in a car.
Yeah, she probably was limp.
Absolutely nuts. But I'm telling you, I'm still waiting on someone to get this to Don about what his friends have been saying about him. And if he's going to go back on their show, or if he's going to have to find new friends, or what Benny's going to say about it, because, you know, Benny is all team Don. Catherine said, he said down the dog trail and a little bit up the road to the end of the driveway. Oh,
well,
RJ.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was reading a comment. Go ahead.
Like I said in your last live, it is important, but the dog scent is not going to solve this case. It's irrelevant, pretty much. I mean, I guess if you're trying to prove abduction with the dog, that ain't going to fly. Sorry. They're not going to, that's not a smoking gun.
I don't think
the dog
he has
trail.
That information. I don't think he has that information. I don't think they gave that to him. I don't think
Dave Rader. Well, Don's saying the dog trail and Dave Rader's saying the driveway. So who do you believe? I know where I'll put my money.
Cat O said that they apologized to Don on the show. Well, if he took that apology, he's crazy. He needs to find, I mean, that's because they were talking to him before that was said about him.
Yeah, let me ask you this. I just thought of something. If you were Don, okay, put yourself in Don's shoes. If you were Don, would you trust those people if you were innocent? No.
No.
Absolutely no.
But I would be advocating for my missing child, not talking about myself and basically spilling the beans. That clip we just played, Kevin, he's admitting that there is missing time. He's admitting that they had to go over it and over it and over it. Well, you would have said already, well, I went in to do laundry.
Yep. The truth is the truth. The truth stands alone. The truth will set you free, Don.
And we played in the last show what was said on the 911 call. She went on a walk, and 10 minutes later, Summer was gone. Then we played the clip from when they talked to the news. Totally different story. And that was the show on Tuesday, if you guys want to see it.
How many more chapters to the shit show is there going to be? How many times are they going to slap their daughter in the face? As far as I'm concerned, that's like I said before, these are my opinions. I'm not stating a lot of stuff is not fact. I'm just using my gut and my common sense. This is going to come to an end. And I don't know. I thought it was so obvious. Like I said, the first time I smelled a rat with Donnie, I knew damn good and well. And I believe when everything's laid out, it's going to be really disturbing and just unbelievable.
No, it is. Look at Maddie's comment. It's on the screen. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't believe anybody
What
with
was
all
it?
that running around came home and started doing laundry. Hey, Lady
That's
Sleuth.
a joke.
No.
That's a joke.
No, this is not a woman that after a day of running around, going to the swimming hole, picking up pills, going to the hippie house and all that stuff, comes home, plants flowers, and does laundry.
I bet she was picking up dirty laundry, but not clothes.
Francine said they didn't say she did laundry after Summer was missing. Well, that's what he said in the recording. Did I mishear that?
Well, it doesn't matter. That's evident that they don't do laundry. Tell us something we need to know, Candace. Where's your daughter?
Yeah, what happened that afternoon? And what is it about this scream that was heard now? If there was a scream,
It was probably their kids getting their ass whooped way before Summer went missing. I'm sure there was screams, but not the one they're saying. I'm sure those kids got plenty of ass whoopings, in my opinion.
it's nuts. Well, we heard what the neighbor had to say, and that was disturbing. All of this is disturbing, and frankly, it's dark. It's just dark. There's a link there if anybody wants to come up and chat with us.
Very dark. We're getting into Don's dark secrets. There's more to come. How is he going to handle?
And all of these behaviors have gone on for years.
Yeah, this just didn't. You're talking. Wow, it's unbelievable. I mean, their family. These families, evil runs deep. You know, look at.
How many SOs can be in one family?
Yeah, you got Don. You have Don's son. You have Grandma's brother is locked up because he is considered a violent child sex offender. They use the word violent. I don't even want to know what that means.
It is violent. Hey, Barb, thank you.
So we know Grandma's hiding stuff. We know that. That's coming.
Well, supposedly she's going to be talking to someone this week.
Oh, I want to find. Does anybody know in the chat, Brooks?
No, I don't know exactly if it's true. I mean, we'll find out.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be updated in the group or something. But I mean, the last thing we have from Grandma that I know of is right there. She's not accepting friend requests anymore, guys.
I didn't even see that. I'm not on Facebook, though. So
Yeah, it's on the screen. Yeah,
No.
she's not. So you guys better find you a different friend because she's not taking it. She don't need no more
tell you
friends.
what, I believe she's lawyered up. Wouldn't you if you were her, even if you were innocent? I'd have a damn lawyer already, and I wouldn't say a damn word if I was her, because she's got secrets too. And to me, she's at least smart enough not to talk.
Oh, she hadn't said a word except that she's not taking any more friend requests. If
Nope.
I was Candace and Dawn, I would have gotten a lawyer, at least to give some advice, and they would know to stay off Facebook
Well,
and not
remember,
to YouTubers. But
I
personally,
thought Don said he did.
I'd rather them keep talking. I'm
I
sure
thought
they
Don
have.
said he.
I'm just
Go
going to
ahead.
assume here. I'm just going to assume here that they do for the family court.
Well, Don said he has lawyers for the Summers case. No, he don't. If he does, those lawyers couldn't defend a cat in court. Because any lawyer that I know would tell Don to shut your flap, or you're going to prison. That's what a lawyer would tell Don.
Yeah, you're telling on yourself, dude. You're telling on
You know,
yourself.
you got people saying, well, I think Don, he's smarter than you give him credit for. No, he's not. He's a
He wouldn't be
dumbass.
talking. He wouldn't be talking, and he certainly wouldn't act frustrated that, the police aren't giving him information. They don't need to give him information. He has all the information. He should be giving them information.
But you got to, everyone, I always tell people, you got to remember, Don has to talk. He has to. He don't have a choice. He done dug his hole. He's got to deflect and defend. Because everybody knows what he is.
And as
He
I've
has
said
no
over and
choice.
over, he's got the easiest job. Remember, he was at work all day. That's what he keeps saying. He was at work all day. I was at work all day. My wife's cooperating.
No,
he
he
quit
wasn't.
talking about lie detector tests. So I guess that's good. Yeah, wherever
Just-
she's at, Just Joyce said, wherever she's at, that's what someone's banking on. That they're not going to find where Summer is.
Right, I'm bittersweet about that. I don't, in my opinion, what I think happened to Summer, okay, it's going to be, if they find her, it's going to be terrible, but yet it's going to be great because she finally got justice. But it's still bittersweet, you know what I mean? I don't want to know. I don't know if I even want to know if they can, all the details of what might have happened to her before. And that just, to me, is like, it's sad. But on the other hand, I hope, she needs to be found. No matter what.
She definitely needs to be found.
For her, for justice. Not to prove that Don, I don't give a damn. They abuse those kids anyway. So, whatever. I've already seen the neglect and the abuse with my own eyes. I don't need a court paper. It's obvious that they didn't take care of their kids. They don't even take care of themselves. Only thing Don does is sit up on that flipping mountain and give orders. See, that's what he's used to doing, being a manipulator. Well, he don't have the ball anymore. Now he's defending himself, and he can't do it. He's terrible at it. But he was good at probably manipulating his family.
He doesn't know
Kids,
how to
little.
defend himself.
It's easy to control some little kids. But Don, you're in the real show now, buddy, and you ain't doing shit.
And what's so odd is for someone who has done a stint behind bars to be that dumb. He's dealt with detectives. He's dealt with police. He's dealt with them. He really thinks he's smarter than Chris. Chris might be retired, but he knows Chris knows what he's doing. And I think it was just all about Candace having that interview, and she only did it to cover herself because she was upset about Hunter bringing up the damn twisted tea. See what I'm saying? They can't leave well enough alone.
Look how many years Don has been. Look how many years Don has been a narcissist. Look how many years he has controlled his environment, except for when he was in prison. Okay, but most of his life, he's ran the show. Candid, two birds of a feather flock together. Okay, all they did was neglect and abuse and manipulate their kids. And to me, that's pathetic. It's just, it ain't right.
Well, I think CPS really dropped the ball here. Big time.
Bad.
They were
Yeah.
notified before Summer went missing. Some people speculate that that's what brought all this on.
You know what? If CPS would have gotten involved, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Summer would be alive and well. You know?
Yeah, they would all be in homes, you know, going to school, getting counseling, getting therapy.
Because in my opinion, those boys will never be returned to their parents.
Oh, God, no. No. No, I can't even see that happening.
But I could see where Don has, I could see, in my opinion, I could see Don manipulating them kids and taking the blame for everything.
Tina said the thing with the boys, she said the thing with the boys, CPS isn't going to allow constant questioning. It's a delicate process and they are very traumatized. So it might take time. Hopefully they're in a loving home. Oh, I hope so too. I hope
that's 100%. That's 100% true what that lady just said. They're not going to interrogate them. I'd like to waterboard Don and Candace.
I elect you. I elect you, Kevin. I don't know if it was the last show or the show before. People were saying Kevin 2024. Are you busy in 2024, Kevin?
Yeah, my wife wouldn't have none of that. Oh boy, I have enough keeping up with my grandkids.
Yeah, and what would you do if one of your grandkids was missing?
What would I do?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the very second it happened, I would have plastered my face on the news as much as I could. I would have reached out instantly. I would be begging. They would probably have to put me in jail because I'd be going off. I don't know. I don't think I could handle a missing child. I honestly don't think I could handle it. Can you imagine not knowing if they even have socks on or a blanket? Their favorites.
Yeah,
their favorites. Yep, their favorite sippy cup. I mean, so many little things. It would be absolutely horrific. And
You cut out, Kevin. I think we lost Kevin. I'll take this down. Hang on. Yeah, I'll put the link up. I'll get it back to him. He'll find it. Kevin's his own detective. He probably doesn't even need a link. Yep. Sorry about that, my friend.
that's all right. What I was saying was, I can't imagine. I would try anything. I mean, something as so far as if she was abducted, I'd be offering the people $1 million ransom, even though I'd be lying. I don't have that money. I would be down sleeping on TBI's doorstep. You know, I would have so many flyers that people probably be pissed because there's so much litter. I haven't seen them do one damn thing. What, show up with Chris in a Mom Patrol shirt? That made me sick. And Don deflecting and defending himself. Because he has to, because he knows damn good it's a bullshit abduction. It's so obvious that they don't give a damn. Candace,
Well,
go ahead.
what about when Don said he doesn't want the perpetrator to go to prison. Why? I wouldn't think twice about it. Even though he's been to prison before and he knows it's not a fun place, why would he not want someone punished for taking his daughter?
Well, if you think about it, Don's been to prison. He knows what happens to chomos and child molesters in prison. That's why I say they're going to have to be slick about arresting old Donnie boy, because I don't think he'll go back to prison if he has the choice. I don't think Donnie will be on this earth. He knows. And he could take Candace with him. I don't know. But that's definitely a possibility with his behavior.
Sparks, yeah, that is the weirdest thing ever. Yep, Kay just said he always knew something was going to happen to Summer. I will never understand that statement. And there's a million of them I don't understand. That one turned my stomach. If you knew something was going to happen to her, you would have security cameras. You'd watch her like a hawk. How could you even say that now? Why would you even let that slip? He knew in his heart something was going to happen to her. I mean, out of all the peculiar things I've heard, that one, like I said, actually my stomach turned. I'm like, what?
He's just telling you he did something. That's all he just did. You know, he knows. He just telling you. He tells on himself. You know, I'll see you in the resurrection. He said that since day one. What does that tell you? That's when people die and go to heaven. It's obvious. In my opinion, it's so obvious that Summer is not alive and well. And she isn't with some, I don't believe it.
She's not with some rich old lady like he was hoping for.
That's a joke. No. You think Don's gonna give his kids a better life? Has he? That's why I'm questioning it. What has he done to give his kids a better life? A start in life? College?
He always says, well, I know, like we don't have the best of everything. That's not what makes a good parent. What an insulting thing to say.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
You know, I did missionary work.
Everything. Okay, well,
I did missionary work in third world countries. And the people that were poor, these people had dirt floors, okay? They had nothing. They'd go down the river during the flood season and get shit that was floating down the river to patch their roofs and stuff. Their kids' clothes, honest to God, were never dirty. Their kids weren't dirty. Their house wasn't dirty, even though they had a dirt floor. Their yards weren't dirty. So being poor that's just an excuse. They're not just poor country folk. Don makes good money. I build houses for a living. I know what drywallers make. They have a new car. They spend all their money on drugs and alcohol.
Well, I mean, it's a family of 6 is going to be expensive regardless.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But, when you say things like, well, they don't have the best of everything, but you do what you want to do, don't you, Don?
Yeah. I'd love to know just how much they spent on their kids. I'm not saying they never took them nowhere or anything.
Well, they went to the lake and they went fishing. We've seen all that stuff. I mean, the neighbor said that, she's the one that called CPS, talking about rats in the house, wolf rats, bugs.
How about some shoes for Summer that fit her?
That's inexcusable. That's
Very.
inexcusable.
And if there's people that don't believe me, go back and look at Summer's pictures where she's standing at the aquarium with her holding her private area tight with shoes on that are about 8 sizes too big, and tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
It's baloney.
Gotta see if I can find that picture.
Yeah, see if you can get that up, and you'll see. People will see what I mean. Those shoes that she has on in that picture were given to her by a lady. That I know is fact.
Well, and that was confirmed that they get a lot of clothes donated. Hey, nothing wrong with hand-me-downs. I'm not saying
Nope.
that.
No. But the point where I'm trying to make is they didn't spend their money on their kids.
That's what I'm saying too. Well, I mean, these shoes right here look too big to me.
Well, the ones at the aquarium are
They the purple ones?
Yeah, the gel shoes. She's holding. You'll know the picture when you see it.
Okay, I'll find it.
Hmm.
Because this picture breaks my heart. Well,
Yeah,
actually, I mean, they all
that's
do. They all do.
yeah, that picture there. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. Seriously, I'm not.
You're not being rude at all. You're not being rude
The
at all.
thing-
We're discussing on here. And
If you look at Summer's pictures, you can tell she declines, and in the end, kind of with there's pictures of her with her, that's shaved. It just reminds me. I get a bad feeling of like a Holocaust victim. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm just trying to make a point. It doesn't look right. Something ain't right with her health and her appearance. And
well, like I said last week, I said if I didn't know that she was a missing child and I came across this picture, just like say it on like a news feed on Facebook, I would assume this was a sick little girl.
yeah,
I would
like
assume
somebody that's in the cancer child ward.
Yeah. I would assume she's sick.
Yeah.
Not knowing that she looked totally different a few months before.
And it all goes back to the parents at the house. You know damn good and well those kids probably, how often did they eat some kind of vegetables? I know not all kids like them, but I just don't see them giving them nutritious dinners.
The neighbor said it was mainly chips and candy.
That I believe. See, that's what I'm saying. Just look at the parents. Then you'll know how the kids live.
Well, and this is a good point from Bugged. Summer was dressed well as a baby. As she got older, it got worse. I think there was jealousy from the mother. That could have been because look at how beautiful Summer is.
Or SA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it. It's just my opinion, nobody else's.
Oh, lots of people have that opinion, my friend. Lots of people.
I just think it's so obvious that those kids were neglected. And Don, he's supposed to be their dad. Candace is supposed to be their mom.
Mhm.
You should be able to come to your parents. We've all made mistakes as parents. Everyone. There ain't a damn perfect parent on this earth. But I'll be damned if I did what they did.
No, but I mean, look at the history.
I
Don
wouldn't
had
want
2
neighbors.
kids he walked away from. Candace had 2 kids she walked away from. Even after all those years, when little Candace, her daughter, got a hold of her, she told her to take a hike. Get the hell out of here. Don't bother me. She had nothing to do with her.
I wouldn't even want Don and Candace as a neighbor.
Mm.
I would reported them. They're the kind of people that you would report if they lived next door to you. But no, they're up there hiding on that frickin' mountain where nobody can see nothing. Yeah, Don got the land inherited, but don't think he didn't use it to his advantage either.
Fancy said, people say what happened in the past doesn't matter. It all matters. It does. And that's why we say, in chat, we all have different opinions. We all are discussing the case. No one here is going to solve the case. But anyone that defends Dawn's past behavior of SA, Candace's behavior of child abuse, whether she was guilty or she was involved, the contributing to the delinquency of a minor, anyone that thinks any of that's okay, we're just not your group. We're not your community.
And like I've always said, and it's true, history repeats itself day in and day out, period.
Well, we've got several people talking now that it's not just one now. So he can't keep saying that. At first, that never happened. Then it was she initiated it.
There's at least 4 more right now.
Yep. And I think more people are going to come out. And they're going to have things to say. Hang on, let's see who's coming to visit. Oh, it's Savannah.
I see her in chat all the time.
Hey, Savannah, what's been going on? Oh, she's got her microphone muted.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, how's it been going?
Good. Just, I totally agree with what you're saying right now about everything. I just wanted to, put that out there, that to all the people that still show them support. If they support Don and Candace now, then that means that they support their past and what they've done to all their children. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I totally
know what you
agree
mean.
with you. Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. Anyone that says, "Oh, well, that was a long time ago." Well, you know what? You tell that to the woman that's been living with this for almost 40 years. Tell her.
Exactly.
You tell her that it's water under the bridge.
She had to put 5 pair of pants on to keep Don away.
Yeah.
Really? I'd like to put 5 ropes on him.
Absolutely nuts. Who would even say something so stupid?
Also, just think about if a child at that young age is not ever disciplined or told that it's wrong, they're going to grow up to believe that it is okay. And then look at all these years that have gone by and imagine how many victims there have been, and that they just haven't come forward yet. There's a lot more than 5, I can tell you that. I'm
You're
sure.
right on the money.
I mean, from 12 years old, that's really, really young to be doing that and so aggressively, especially to someone, in your own family. That's really bad.
And then you do it the day you get out of prison.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He didn't learn nothing.
Bye, Barb. Where are you going, Barb?
Those people, when they have those mindset and they have control over someone, they will keep using that to their own advantage, and they will use your weakness because they know that you will be fearful of them. That's why they use sayings like, "Oh, I'm gonna die," or "Someone's gonna die," or they use those phrases to scare you and keep you living in fear.
Yeah, this is for Don. Don, you can manipulate children, but let's see when it comes to the big boys. Okay, big man? I hope you're listening or somebody tells you. You ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's so true.
His life inside before would have been much different had people known that he had committed SA before.
Yeah.
Yo.
He would have come out all high and mighty, ready to do it again.
Exactly.
There's people saying, well, it's not been proven, so you can't accuse Don of it. In my opinion, I am accusing him.
Well, we all know the truth because we have that same type of mindset where we can see, through the BS that they try and put out there. Like, we don't believe it. Sorry, but it's not going to work. I mean, there are people that don't have the same mindset as us, but I guess it will come to them sooner or later for them to be able to see it.
Hey guys, Shannon just checked in. Her father-in-law's not doing well. So everyone say hi to Shannon. We've missed her. Hi, Shannon.
We're
thinking of you.
Is this Shannon, Georgia Peach?
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Her father-in-law's in hospice.
Oh,
yeah, that's what she...
The other day. I'm glad she checked in and let us know she's okay.
Yeah, she told me that. We'll pray for you.
I'm just waiting to see if Don wants to continue talking to the shares or if he's going to hear this audio. Now, some people said they already apologized to him for it. And if he really knew what they were saying about him while they were talking, because she said she's messaging him for quite a while. So she already had this opinion in her mind before she brought him on. What exactly in their messages between when they said all that, their audio said all that, to when he came on the show, exactly what kind of magic did he pull to convince them that he's suddenly not guilty? They were even laughing. I'll send him one last text when he goes to prison.
Are you talking about Cher?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's just funny because I think remember when I was on your live stream, like it was about a week or 2 weeks ago, and I mentioned to you about her slip.
Oh, it's out now.
Yeah, but still, like, the fact is like we have to think in our own minds. Think about it. If supposedly Summer actually disappeared on June 15th, then how and why do they know Dawn before, way back in, and she said May or March. So look how many months that could potentially be that they were connected with Dawn before she was reported missing. So
not that slip, Summer. It was not Summer. I just saw the name Summer. Not that slip, Savannah. It was, I played it at the beginning of the show, basically them saying that, didn't like what he said about Chris.
I didn't catch that. I guess.
Yeah,
sorry.
you have to rewind it. They're
That's
going to
okay. Sorry.
prison. She's going to send him one last final text. So I'm just kind of wondering what the 180's about, or if they truly still feel that way and they're just playing along.
No,
you know what I mean?
listen. They are trying to cover their butts big time now. Think about it. Think about this, because they were so certain on being there for Dawn, guilty or not. And now that they're getting all this backlash and people are sending them messages saying, look, if he is, found guilty and you are contributing to a suspect, pertaining to the case and, saying that he's innocent and this and that, can't they technically get in trouble for that as well? I forget the word that it's called, but if you're trying to help somebody,
aiding and abetting.
Well, they're trying to help him, we're going to sue Chris and we're going to hire this for you and we're going to do that for you. I mean, come on now. This is an open and ongoing investigation regarding a missing 5-year-old child. This is not where you just come in and play games with people's minds just to get their money and then in the end say, oh, no, now we don't believe them, they're guilty. No, it was all for their own benefit.
Well, they already
own
it. They own it because we heard the clip
Yep.
of what they think. I mean, Prairie Boy was, laughing about it. And then they come back and they say, even if he's guilty, they're going to support him. Okay, well,
Yep.
You already excused the SA. And now you're actually going to be okay if he's part of Summer being missing. You're going to be okay with that too? Wow,
Yeah.
You guys are great friends. Man,
Yeah, you really have to.
You know what
sorry.
You know what I find ironic? It's funny. Is Mr. Cher he has his own channel. It's called Prairie Boy 77. And it says his thing is he's the voice of reason. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's a joke.
Yeah. But that honestly just makes you kind of put into perspective of what type of people they actually are living day to day. I mean, if they will put out there on their social media channel that they support somebody of this nature, what type of people are they? Would they allow a sex offender to sleep in their home around their children?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because, to me, it looks like they would. Because they're like, heck yeah, Don, we believe you and everything you say,
She has children. When she sees her children, would she have Don there?
And I called them out and asked them that, and all I ever do is get ignored or put in timeout.
No.
Yeah, let me ask you this, would you invite them to your party? Would you have them watch your house while you were out of town? Would you give them a house key? Would you let them watch your dogs and cats, the animal torture lady? No. And if people say yes to that, then I question their sanity.
Yeah, I totally agree with you completely. I just feel like, and seeing how all of this has unraveled, I feel like they've been getting so many messages, and now they seen or heard something pertaining to Don, and they know at that moment that there is no hope in trying to say they can support him anymore, and they don't want to be held accountable for any actions that they have had in their involvement. Even though I myself heard with my own ears about her slip, about regarding the length of their relationship. Others have actually heard it as well. So I'm not the only one. People have also heard it.
What was it?
So
What
it was during the live. It was the video. I think this was about 2 weeks ago, and she made a title video, Summer Wells, and she had the Paw Patrol picture regarding to Summer Wells, you know, to gain
Right.
everyone's attention and hop on in, you know. But during that live, when I heard her, she was kind of saying it in the background where she didn't really mean to say it, but she was just kind of in a comfortable state of speaking, and she just kind of let out, oh, back when I talked to Don in May or March. Like, what? What I heard that. Something went off in my...
a weird slip. I thought that was really weird.
Yeah, and when I went back, then it was deleted out, and I'm like, oh, well, why are you trying to cover your hide now? Like, I already heard it. My mind is not going to play tricks on me. I know what I heard. And every time I call them out on it during any live, I get blocked out. And you can even go, if you go to one of her videos, you will see my name pop up asking the question, how long have you known Don? And that's when they explain, oh, well, only about 3 weeks. But that's when you can see their body language, and they're both kind of scatterbrained. They didn't really know what to say, but both of them replied, and they don't usually talk over each other, but in that fact they did. So they were like,
don't feel bad because they won't let me chat either, and either will Benny. None of them.
Yeah.
They
Anytime we say anything or even ask any question, we're automatically putting time out.
Yep. That's 100% true fact.
Yeah. Every live I've gone into just to ask questions. They will only accept people that have paid to ask the question or whatever. They just don't want to answer the real, factual.
You know why? Because they're only in it for the money, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. Well, and that the blood money Benny guy. Oh no, he's bad. He's bad.
Well, when I heard about them basically raffling off, rallying around, getting paid subscribers, or like, woohoo, we're up to this, woohoo, we're up to that. I'm like, whoa. Hey, if that's how you do it and they subscribe to your channel, fine. But don't sit there and encourage people like that. This is it's about a missing child.
Yeah.
Yeah, all they're doing is we're gathering all the people that are just renegades, that just want to be part of that shit show. That's all they're doing, a channel for idiots to let their opinions out. Honest Rage and, Lizzie be savage, Lizzie be stupid.
Yep. Oh, and then the fact that Cher had the nerve to laugh when some question was asked about a child sacrifice or something like that. She had the nerve to laugh. But in all reality, it does happen. Whether it's talked about or not, children have been sacrificed before because of people's specific religions and beliefs. And she literally laughed. I don't know if y'all watched that, but that upset me more than anything.
Nothing funny about any of this. I mean, we say some funny things here and there, making fun of different situations, but there's nothing funny about Summer being missing.
Yep.
The history of both of her parents. And Barb, to answer your question, they allude to the fact all the time that Chris is doing this for the money. He built his channel off of Summer. He already had a going channel. He was already working on cold cases. That's such a dumb thing to say.
I'm gonna sue Chris for slander. How can you, Don Wells? How can somebody sue you for slander? You do a good job of that on your own, Candace and
Don. Do they
Don.
know who Chris is?
Especially when Don threatened him, and all he does is let Don talk. He's not even guiding the conversation. He lets him talk.
Yeah, he wanted to give people perspective. Chris wanted to give other people, the view on their side of the story and whatnot. And how is that our fault that red flags come up? It's not. I mean, it's not Chris's fault. Hello. They can't blame him for that.
Yeah. Let him talk. I do think it was pretty slick the other day, though, when, they're breaking it to Donnie Boy gently that the show that Chris was doing was going to be about, missing time. So he's going over, that's when he spilled his guts about the timeline. We played that earlier, and it wasn't. It was about SA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw Donnie a curveball. And the other thing, Chris is going to slander Don and get sued. Now, how ridiculous is that statement?
Exactly.
I mean, even a dumb person knows better.
And I just believe, in my mind, is what is telling me that Don is just basically using, Dave Rader and the Searchers as kind of not really leverage, but keeping them, bring them back so they can come search for Summer, because in his mind he knows or believes that she's not going to be found, so he wants them to come back so they can waste more time and more of their energy. And I think it's terrible, because think about all these people that leave their own homes and families and go out there and risk their lives to go searching for Summer and that terrain and weather and everything. It's just not right how he's saying, bring them back. No.
You want to know something that's obvious, how Benny works? It's obvious. Don said all that. So now Benny does an interview with the Predator Hunter guy. Okay? Which you need to watch on his channel, because I'm sure Brooke saw it too.
We don't encourage anybody to watch that. All I'm going to say about that is that guy does good work. And I don't know if he knows that the host of the show is defending Dawn, because this guy is majorly against child abuse, period.
That's what I was going to get at.
Nation?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why anybody would even have to question him.
But I just wonder, him going on a particular show, if he realizes that this person's backing Dawn.
Oh, they did. Did they already have the interview? Is that what he said?
That's what I was going to get to. Yeah, I'm not knocking the search guy. What I am saying, the same thing Brooks is saying, does that guy know Don's SA passed? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because he wouldn't support that at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, okay, thank you. ASV just says Predator Hunter has no clue about how Benny is, or that Benny supports Don.
Exactly. That's what I
mean. He needs to know. Send him a message on Facebook or something if anybody can. I'll do the same and let him know. Look, they might be just trying to get information for him or get on his good side for their own benefit, because they're really in this. They're not in it for the good reason of helping Summer. They're doing it to help themselves because they support.
I would imagine he already knows by now after Benny aired that interview. I bet he did get some text.
Who wants to support somebody with even the name Blood Money? I mean, come on. We're talking, you want to speak for a missing child, but your screen name is Blood Money. No, that right there, no. I'm sorry, no.
Thank you.
He can change that. People say, it was from when he was in a music or band or something. No, you can go into YouTube right there and change your name whenever you want. That's no excuse. Blood and Money right there. You search that in Google and see what the definition of blood money is while trying to speak for Summer. That's no. They need to be reported.
That's a great point.
Think of that name. It gets me angry that he wants to speak on Summer's behalf while having that name. No. It's so evil to me. I just can't.
It's all dark. Mm-hmm. It's sadistic. She's missing.
Yep.
since June.
I wake up every day praying that they find that little girl.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I think of when I get out
Or
of
that
bed.
there's some break in the case. They've got some idea where she's at. They have an idea of what happened. And I know it's going to happen. You know, it's like, a lot of people bring up, Megan Boswell, because it's kind of relative to the area. Sullivan County put her in jail for lying to the police, locked her up. And she was another one. Every time she went on the news or Facebook, it was all about her, all about her. Didn't mention the fact that her daughter has been missing for, a month, basically.
How long did it take? How long did it take before they arrested her?
Oh, not too long. They put her in jail for lying to them, basically.
Oh.
I think it was several months after, right?
It was several months after. It took a long time for them to put any charges on her for the death of Evelyn. And when they did, they came down with a quickness. It's like 19 felonies last I saw.
Wow.
I don't think she'll go to trial till 2022.
We might see a repeat with the Wells.
But hey, yeah, think about this, you guys. Think about it. All of the most valuable evidence right now, besides the boys and their key, witness, because they have to ask the boys what happened, whatever they make their statements based upon what the evidence comes back from the phone data and, all of their searches and, track all of those pings of where they've been. That's going to determine. And if they know that they lied, they can take them in then for lying and making false statements. And because if this happened before June 15th, then they can take them in and then they can interrogate them there. And I believe maybe that's when someone will speak up the truth.
I think no matter
Or
what,
something.
they're going to get
I don't know.
arrested for child neglect and child abuse. I
Oh, they
think they're,
should.
yeah, I still think they're going to get arrested for that.
Thank you, Sparks.
I mean, but logically, think about it. Don made a statement himself saying that he let that Jose guy sleep in the home, remember? And didn't Candace say that too?
Yep.
And it's been proven that he is a sex offender. So therefore, isn't that enough to get them charged for child endangerment?
They're probably, maybe they're waiting just to get the big fish. There's plenty
Yeah.
of things they could get them on right now.
Yeah. They
If
just
they
maybe
really
don't want
wanted
him to
to,
run or something.
But they're out and talking. They're out and talking. I mean, the best thing right now is that the boys are safe.
Thank
I
God.
imagine that was hell for those 3 boys after Summer went missing.
Look,
The train went off the tracks when
you guys,
social media caught on, the local news. They didn't expect all of this attention. I don't think they did.
Nope.
think about it. I have one thing to say that's extremely important. I don't know specifically how many children are missing in the specific area where Summer went missing or even in Tennessee. But even if you search on Google, you cannot find anything about those children. Why? The numbers are there, but we can't find, specific information about those children. And I do want to point out one thing. I don't know if you guys watched Magical Boardroom. Okay, I know I mentioned her the last time. The TikTok video that was made of Summer, right?
Which one?
Yeah.
There was 2 in particular TikTok videos that this woman has picked apart and has shown us. She did a live yesterday and showed pictures that there's other children involved in in the photos. It's different children. You can see that they're little boys. I kid you not, I'm not lying.
Are you basically saying that Don has something to do with it?
There is more going on than we truly understand, you guys. If you go and watch that, and she has all the photos up there of what she has taken from those videos, and it's a lot of editing, but it is different children, and they are boys, and there's other girls that look like Summer.
Oh, the kid switching. We talked about that last week.
But go. I just want you guys, if you have your own time, to go look up Magical Boardroom and see the pictures that she has put out, because she's contacted the law enforcement, everyone, and they're not getting back to her. It's like they want it to be shoved under the rug.
Mm.
But you can see that it's little boys. And the water pictures, the pictures that they have is boys. And the one where Summer's dancing, they're girls. And it's like 3 different dresses on 3 different girls. You'll see it for yourself.
Yeah, I'll
So-
catch that later. That's an interesting theory. I mean, I still think that the answer lies between Dawn and Candace. And I think the grandma was there and she knows. There was 2 adults in charge that day, mainly the mom.
Yep.
The grandma was there too. You know, Dawn has been sure since day one that she was abducted. There's no lost in the woods, could have drowned in the creek, animal, maybe, something, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It has always been abduction, abduction, abduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way if you were being truthful, there's no way you could say an abduction in the first hour.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, he
always
was
knew
so caring,
something
remember?
bad was going to happen to her. I knew
Yeah.
something bad. Bull crap, Don. Yeah, something did bad happen to her.
I'm just that she pulled those pictures from the video from Candace's videos. So she didn't make none of it up. She got the photos from the videos. So it's all put together in one somehow. It's crazy how she did this. She's really intelligent, and it's amazing. And I know people will, have their thoughts of, oh, it's not
Yeah,
real. But
everyone has different opinions. Like I said,
Yeah.
mine is something happened on that property, and it obviously happened after the swimming hole. There's too many inconsistencies with the parents.
yeah,
Well, if your theory's right, I'm sure law enforcement knows by now anyway. So.
yeah.
Well, I think they're definitely honed in. They're not searching anymore. When was the last search? The actual organized search. I don't mean the psychic.
Yeah.
When the actual searches.
But you guys can even remember Dawn's statement about, they got law enforcement coming over here and interviewing my employees, like checking all the work sites, and he seemed really bothered about that. Why would he be so bothered about that?
Because he's
This is
lying.
for
about-
Summer, remember?
Yeah.
He needs to be bothered about everything. His daughter is missing.
Yeah. But
He
they have already
bothered about everything. And not
any
how
logical
he's being treated. Not how he's
Yeah.
being treated.
yeah. It's just a big pity party for him.
And like this, we're over 2 months and he's, well, I guess I could get the police report. Oh my God. Just so you can see in writing that your story changed.
Yep.
So you can
I bet
see.
he is bothered. I bet he's
Yeah.
bothered every day with his conscience. I couldn't live with myself if I did that to my kids.
I
I'm
just
not
wanna
even
say-
talking about
Yeah.
Summer.
That's so true. That's so true. I mean, anybody in their right mind will be able to see the looks on their faces when they give interviews that there is guilt there, and they have already accepted that she is gone. Come on.
Yeah.
I have a daughter that is 1 year older than Summer, and I just could not imagine ever allowing anything that they allowed to happen to those children. I could never imagine, to live that type of lifestyle, regarding having children around, and I couldn't,
That's why they do drugs and drink, because they can't live with themselves. They're addicts. I was an
Yeah.
addict. I still am. I'll always be one. I just don't use. I haven't used in years. But I know how that, the drug addiction game works.
yeah,
You got a big monkey on your back, and you've got to, get
You gotta feed that
stoned.
demon. You gotta feed
Yeah.
that demon.
You got to live with
Wow.
yourself, so you got to do more. Then you got to do more because you feel guilty. Then you got to do more. And then pretty soon, you're not even functioning. Like Candace. in her first interview. I'm surprised she didn't pass out.
And then did y'all see the relative of grandma, her brother?
Yeah, I
What
saw
charges he has?
We're gonna go
he
more in depth about that next
He
week.
has incest charges from Wisconsin. So you have to think, what incest was he charged with? What child of the family was he charged with sexually abusing? What children? Why, you know, how do we find out which children were being incest, you know? As it says on the
You must
charges,
have-
I've seen it myself.
Let's correct
You
something
must
real
have-
quick. Let's correct something really quick. No one is saying that if you're an addict, you're always going to be an addict. There's lots of people that are recovering, have been recovering. So we're going to get that clear right now.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. And for those of you that are commenting that you're in recovery, we applaud you. I mean,
Yeah.
amazing work.
It's about choices. That's what it is. It's about self-control. If you want that lifestyle, you're going to live it. If you don't want it, you're going to put it behind you and live for God. That's the only, there's, you know.
People overcome, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard on some people to make that choice, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put this to rest right quick because I can see something here. First of all, I've been in 5 treatment centers total in my life, okay? And you can call any treatment center. They will tell you an addict has got to choose not to use a day at a time, okay? That's their foundation. Now, whether you choose to use or not, that's up to you.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I'm an addict. I will always be one. If I picked up a beer right now, I wouldn't even buy a beer. I'd buy a 12-pack. You know, that's what I'm getting at. You know, and I do applaud these people for being in recovery. I hope to God that you never, ever, ever pick up that monster again. Because it's
a
bad.
dark place. It's a dark place.
And we applaud everyone in recovery.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
They didn't embrace that.
Yeah.
They didn't embrace that. Now, according to Don, you know, nothing's going on now. I heard that phone call between the two of them and Chris. Something was clearly going on. So, I mean, I applaud all of you guys that are coming in with the comments. And it's a slippery slope. There's people that get addicted and didn't even mean to. I mean, it wasn't like a choice. It
Nope.
could be pills from the dentist after a car wreck. It could be anything. And it's hard. It's hard.
Yep.
This is why
Why-
I like
Tracy-
coming here
Tracy
because you
said-
speak truth.
Tracy
know.
said 12 years today. Hey, everybody. Today's 12 years for Tracy.
Woohoo! That's
Good
amazing.
job, man. That's
That's so
awesome.
cool.
12 years is a long time when you're an addict. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right now. That's a milestone. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
nothing to
that-
squawk at.
Nope. But on that note, guys, I'm going to start winding this down. We can stop on a positive note. We'll get back on this next week. You guys check the community page, the community tab, I guess, on the channel. You'll see upcoming lives. Also on our Facebook page, you'll see it on there as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Savannah. Kevin, you're awesome as always. Hey, moderators, thank you so much today. And you guys in chat, you're awesome. I think we have the best chat ever. I can't get enough of you guys.
Yeah,
for all
thanks
the
everybody.
feedback.
Seriously.
Yep.
Thanks for
We'll
putting
see
up
you
with
guys.
me.
You're
Thank
the
you
best,
so
Kevin.
much.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.